Let's go into this. Let's introduce our players as we go into game number 1 of our semi-finals here today in the Douyu Star Masters. The bottom left-hand side of the map, our purple Zerg player from Invictus Gaming. Let's hear if you're going to be cheering on iAsonu here. To the bottom left-hand side of the map. And to the top left, we are going to have our red Protoss player from Afrika Freaks. It is Super, our red Protoss player. So, Hydra Bane was the call to action from iAsonu in games number 1 and 2 against Jim. What does he do here against Super? Does he keep it the same? Does he still go kind of Hydra Bane, or does he change it up a little bit? Does he have a little bit of a different plan? Does Super do something which makes iAsonu actually have to react a little bit differently himself? I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities here basically as we get set up into game number 1 of our semi-finals today. So, moving along, well, sort of rather quickly. What, like 2.5 hours in or so? Yeah, we're doing okay. Again, we will have some matches from the UK tournament tonight from 6 PM UK time, so in 3 hours and 20 minutes, which is 7 PM Central European Summer Time. So 3 hours and 20 minutes from now, we're going to have two best of fives from the UK and Ireland 2016 series Spring U series. So looking forward to that as well. Should be good. Yeah. Actually really looking forward to that. We're going to have some of those matches on Monday too. Again, it's not been a very busy start to the week for us this week, but it is going to be a busy weekend. A whole bunch of things: Team League, Copa America, Douyu Star Masters, Go for SC2s, DreamHack qualifiers. There is a lot for us to cast over the next few days, so make sure you guys do stick around, check us out, and see what we're up to over the next few days, see what we're casting, and hit that follow button if you're enjoying the cast right now and want to see when we're live again in the future. We'd also like to say that, of course, if you're enjoying the stream a lot and want to help support, then you can subscribe, donate, or join us on Patreon at patreon.com/Wardy, where we are now heading towards our $200 Patreon goal. I actually need a new idea for the $200 Patreon goal, so if anyone does have any ideas, please do share them with me. Also looking for some good ideas for some new sub emotes in the near future as well, so please do, guys, if you have any ideas like that, please do share. Would love to hear them. As we get into this PvZ, we're going to see once again iAsonu going to be committing into this kind of drop into the main base with these Zerglings, more Zerglings looking to run towards the front. And we'll see if Super, well, we'll see how he reacts to this. Right now, he's actually not going to have vision of these Lings dropping here initially. Okay, actually he will. He'll see it right now, but already a few Lings out. And his main base mineral line is under attack. 1, 2, 3 probes already gone. Poor workers that worked in gas, they got targeted down immediately there. As these Adepts are going to get back to the wall in time to protect against these Zerglings. Got an overcharge to protect in the main. And that will protect, well, not quite the mineral line, but protects them probes for the most part. An Adept in here as well, as over here, these few Zerglings are maybe just in the very end going to make it through that Adept. But not really too much to kind of shout about at the end of this as he comes down towards the natural, going to join all of his Zerglings up together. And just looking for another couple of probe kills. And as behind this, he is going to be droning on up. His third hatchery has just finished up here as well. And pretty much all said and done, iAsonu gets a little bit of damage done. But for the most part, Super really does hold on quite well, and much better than I think Jim did in the start of that last game we just saw in the quarterfinals. As we're going to see, there's a couple of things that do kind of live to tell the tale. They do back away now, and Adepts are going to counterattack as well, obviously. I mean, why not? You've got nothing to lose by, you know, if you play smart with the Adepts, you should never really lose them. So there's nothing to kind of, you know, it doesn't hurt to poke forwards and see if you can get damage done. You know, you basically scout ahead with the Shades, and then they're either going to cancel them or, you know, commit. With enough Zerglings here, he knows he's just forcing units and making sure that, you know, he's either going to, what it is kind of like a unit check. Like, he says, well, I want you to make units to make sure you're safe. So if you make them, I'm not going to attack. But if I don't check, and you get away with droning, well, then that's just kind of a mistake on my part. As some Zerglings come in, they're going to try and surround these Adepts, but I'm not sure how effective this is really going to end up being. I guess with more Zerglings streaming in, then you're going to clean up quite a few of these. There's no pylon here, so this third base might be in a bit of trouble. A few more Zerglings on the way up, but they're not here just yet. As you see some more Adepts on the way in as well. And it looks as though there's enough for Super to be able to just push these Zerglings back and just sort of go from there. As we're going to have the Lings coming on down. And just kind of grouping up together again. And I mean, as soon as actually, because he's making so many Zerglings, his economy is hurting slightly. He's behind on workers, And again, it's only a small amount of workers behind them, but generally the Zerg army is going to be a little bit less effective, a little bit less efficient than the Protoss army, especially if there's Phoenix on the map. So it's generally much nicer for you to have more drones than the Protoss player in the early stages, as we have these Lings just looking around, seeing what's up, seeing what they can get up to. And as we have the Zerglings just continuing to hunt for damage here over the next few moments. Phoenix going to move down the left hand side of the map now. The Zergling's going to hit towards the wall. And they're going to try and just do some more damage again. iAsonu consistently trying to run by, consistently trying to just get some damage done. But so far, Super's been defending this very, very well. He's not really been leaving in any openings for kind of, iAsonu to abuse it, or he'll come in now with his Phoenix, pick up a few of these drones, turn around, get away as, woohoo, that one Phoenix getting very low to that Spore Crawler. There's a few Ravagers here as well, and also a bunch of Queens. So iAsonu, in these vertical spawns, I mean, their short rush distances so definitely can go a little bit aggressive like this, and you look at what Super has right now, and it's not really very much. He's got, what, I mean, a few sentries, a few adepts, some Phoenix too, but I mean, the Queens will have that a lot with this now. The two Immortals on the way out in the natural, well, they will really change up how this goes, but so far these Zerglings doing a very good job on the high ground. Have actually already taken down pretty much everything up here, apart from a couple of Zealots. We're actually now going to see him starting to focus attention on the natural expansion, and Super might be in a little bit of trouble. Although them Immortals coming out, Corrosive Battle's coming down. He's actually popped already the shields on the Immortals, so that's really nice. It means that whenever he does engage these next, he should be able to get in towards them very quickly. As actually the Mothership Core falls with energy left on it. That's not the sort of situation you want to be seeing here. Nice Transfusers keeping a Roach alive for a little bit longer at the front. Wants to make sure them Ravagers stay alive too. As a few probes being pulled away from the third base, they will fall. iAsonu is still down in workers because he's been committing so much to this. Can he make something happen? Two more Immortals about to pop out, so it's very important that right now he cleans up these first two Immortals before the Immortal numbers start getting too high. Really nice lifts to keep them Immortals alive just a little bit longer. You can drop them back down, and it has worked. I mean, look at this. The Immortals are staying alive. They get a few more shots off. So this has been working. Queens are actually not fighting against these units, rather they're fighting at the gateways at the front. And if these Queens were here, maybe them Immortals would be dead already, because look how low they are. It's a big mistake by iAsonu, missing out on a few very important units, which could have kept a few of them units alive with some more transfusers as well. Instead though, two of them Immortals survived where they really maybe shouldn't have, with 12 and 13 kills. And now they're going to start regenerating shields. They'll have barriers back up. They're going to be much more useful once again. As Zerglings come in, they surround this third base, and, well, Queens do turn around to try and fight against this. Transfusers will come in to try and keep them alive a little bit longer. You see the Zerglings wrapping around, going to get a surround on those Immortals, try and get a bit more damage done, try and keep on trading here. Nice lift, once again, keeping that Immortal alive for as long as possible. Immortal in the back does go down. Immortal still at the front, going to fall as well, and that Immortal goes down too. So Immortal's being cleaned out here. iAsonu is taking them down. He's going to revert his attention towards that third base once again. Really wants to pick this off, really wants to get rid of that. As he's also been working away against these Phoenix, thanks to these Queens. Now this third base will fall, and so iAsonu will set himself up into a position now where, well, he's kind of defended a little bit. As we're going to, I mean, yeah, he has. He's kind of defended. And these Phoenix going to be falling back towards the upper left, and you're going to see these Zerglings, these Roaches, coming in, killing off this gateway. This panel going to be in a little bit of trouble too. These Queens are just falling back. Mortals going to come in and try and clean up as well. So that pretty much is iAsonu pretty much done with aggression. I mean, there's nothing more you want to do right now apart from maybe continuing to deny the third base. But for the most part, I think he's pretty much just done here. I mean, I don't think he can attack in anytime soon again. I say that, but then he's got a pretty good army. He's got +1 about to finish. He's got Roach speed on the way. Maybe he just goes Ling Roach. I guess he's got a lot of gas. So he can also get a bunch of Ravagers, and there they are. The Ravagers starting to come into play now. So 8 Ravagers, Lings, and Queens. I guess with the creep spread giving him such easy access to the third base, there's no reason not to try and deny it once again, right? And to stop it from actually ever being established at all in this game. The Ravagers as well gives, actually Ling Ravager is pretty good against Immortals because it's, there's lots of kind of low health tanky units, so their mortal shots are wasted, and they're not armored either, so this is pretty useful. As we're actually going to see him set up a really good surround. He gets in from the backside, he gets in from the right hand side as well. Super's just going to GG right there, not even going to wait for the engagement. He just taps on out, and iAsonu is going to take game number 1 of this best of 3 in the semi-finals, and we are potentially, it is possible that we get an all-Chinese finals for the first time today. In fact, we have had a Chinese player in the finals before. We had, let me remember, Exia? Is it Exia? Yes, we had Exia in the finals before, and that's the only Chinese player we've had in the finals so far of the Douyu Cup. They've had 2 bronze place finishes as well. And then the only other non-Korean player to have made it to the top 3 has been Guru with a silver place finish. And so, yeah, South Korea obviously very dominant in the Douyu Star Masters. But China looking to get themselves another gold or silver as we see iAsonu 1-0 up. And of course it's Chick playing against Apocalypse on the top side of the bracket too, which means that there's, there's just more there's more opportunities there basically still to be taken for maybe an all-Chinese finals, which could be really, really cool. We'd like to point out as well, it is not going to be a mirror matchup final, which is great also. It's either going to be a ZVT or PvT, depending on who advances through this bracket. Both the players in the top side semi-final are Terran players, so we are guaranteed a non-mirror matchup final, which is very nice. I mean, a lot of you guys will be very happy to hear that. Especially after last week, we had ZVZ finals every single day in the Douyu Star Masters. And it was just a little bit like, especially the way the games went in the ZVZs. We saw very few kind of, ZVZs can sometimes be very entertaining to cast. But we saw a lot of just like straight up like, bang, 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 thrown out aggression. And both players just sort of ending the game within minutes, each map within minutes. One of our best of 5 finals lasted 10 minutes overall. Like, we were in game 1, out of game 1, in game 2, out of game 2, and in game 3 and out of game 3 in 10 minutes or so. It was really crazy. As we get set to go into our second map of this best of 3 is Prime Terraces. It's a nice map for iAsonu. It's his map pick. As we just set and ready to go. And the countdown will begin, so off into game number 2. I should put my headphones back on. I took them off for that game. Sometimes I like casting without my headphones on, especially when my dad's away, because there's nothing really going on like around me to distract me. I quite like just listening to, just having the headphones off for a change. I guess we'll put them back on now. Get ready to cast some more StarCraft. My voice sounds so different with the headphones on. I sound so much like deeper. I guess. I don't know how to explain it really. Alright, let's introduce our players to the bottom right hand side. Our blue pros player from the Africa Freaks is going to be Super. Spawning to the bottom right of Prime Terraces. So you have a pause coming in, so maybe let's just go out and then we'll introduce our players once again here in just a couple of moments. So we'll get ready to go into this again momentarily, guys. Again, how's everyone doing in the chat today? What's up? How's everyone feeling? Hope you're all doing well. I would like to point out that I did start up I released my latest vlog lately, so if you want to check that out on the YouTube channel, if you type !vlog into the chat, you'll be able to see if you can see the !vlog, if you type !vlog, you'll be able to get a link to my latest vlog and kind of figure out a little bit about kind of what's in my head and how March went and some stuff like that. As we're going to get back into this, it looks like I need to clean my room. Well, honestly, everything you can see on the webcam, all of that stuff over there, it's not mine. So, why do you think I need to clean my room? Does it look messy? I guess it's kind of cluttered, but I wouldn't say there's just stuff being used all the time in here, I guess. Not my stuff to move, though. My stuff is all on this half of the room, on my desk, which is, well, maybe not clean, per se. But, well, you can't see that, so you can't complain about it. Right, let's do this again. Let's introduce our players from the top. To the bottom right-hand side is going to be our blue Protoss player from Africa Freaks. It is Super. And to the top left is going to be our red Zerg player. It is going to be from Invictus Gaming, iAsonu. As we set up into game 2 now of this best of 3, it is iAsonu and Super, with iAsonu leading game after game number 1. As we get set up and ready to go into this. Motocross Dad, what's up? How are you doing today? A little Gamer 9 Sam as well. How are you guys feeling? It's been some fun games so far today in the Douyu Star Masters. Of course, we're not done just yet. After this, we do have a best of 5 final coming up as well. So still some more action for you all here today in the Douyu Star Masters, which is nice. And we're going to see the probe just coming across towards the bottom right-hand side and having a look to looking towards just getting back home after scanning around and just seeing that this has been very standard setup. Hatch, gas pool, third hatch maybe as well. I guess he didn't see the third hatch, but well, he's just going to pull the probe back, not interested in seeing the third hatch apparently, just going to assume it's there. What's in Wardy's head? Scary thoughts? I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm biased, like, obviously I'm biased when I say that I think it's interesting, but I do think it's quite interesting about, if you do watch the stream a lot and you want to know how I'm doing and you want to know kind of the goals and things that are going well and things that are going bad, I think it is quite interesting if you want to get a bit more into the head of someone who's kind of, I guess, full time in StarCraft and stuff like that and trying to make it in the world of esports. So I don't know. I mean, again, that's my biased opinion, but a couple of people I asked about it said they thought it was quite interesting too. I'm hoping to do some more vlogs in the future as well, where I kind of focus on, like, more frequent vlogs, where I kind of focus on kind of topics in the community, so, like, talking about maybe the ladder maps or so, which has been a very popular one lately. You know, just kind of talking about, there's a bunch of things we can kind of talk about. So, yeah, probably looking to do a few more of them. Again, in general, because we hit the $100 goal on Patreon, we're going to be going into the, doing more and more YouTube content, so there's going to be kind of a Nova Covert Ops playthrough on Brutal going up on there. There's going to be more guides coming up. There's just going to be a lot more regular YouTube content, basically. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. I'm going to be working on some of that between the Douyu Star Masters here today and the UK matches this evening. So I'm going to keep on working on all of that. And right now on the YouTube channel, I think our WCS Spring Championship National Qualifier VODs are starting to go up as well. So you can start to check out some of those matches with players such as Daishi, Happy, Marine Lord, and Firecake. They'll be available for you guys to watch on the YouTube channel over the next couple of days as well. As we set up into this, guys, we have just a lair on the way up. We've got a forge on the way up too. I mean, so far so good in terms of this PvZ, very standard, and pretty much what we saw from Super earlier today as well. iAsonu, maybe with a very fast lair, I guess. That lair is very quick coming into this. It's going to be finishing shortly, and be interested to see what he does with that, because, I mean, what can you rush off of the lair this quickly? Maybe a very fast lurker den could be the goal here. He could try and go for kind of a very fast Spire as well. Could work out. He is saving up towards 200 gas before putting anything down, so maybe it's going to be that Spire, but there is going to be Stargate play from Super in the form of an Oracle. Right now, where we see iAsonu just focusing on cleaning up these Adepts, and he does actually get surrounded these, so he's going to be able to kill off a bunch of these. There comes the Oracle though to help out, and these Zerglings, well, they're falling in numbers very quickly. That Oracle picking up 6 kills there. And all of a sudden, iAsonu finds himself without anything. And so that Queen also going to go down, so actually this third base is under a lot of pressure. This Oracle is going to get a lot of damage done. Drones that pull away, but Super again, so much damage done from this. So many workers falling. This Oracle now up to 12 kills. And overall, we've seen 11 workers being killed off by Super. That puts him in a nice little position here. The Hydro Den does now go down from iAsonu. His Evo Chamber starts up as well. We see a double Robo follow-up. Super as well. So very standard, pretty much what we've been seeing from him earlier today as well. As we see him just dropping down a couple of gates and looking to establish this third base. Not at the goal base, but rather just kind of right down, just outside his natural expansion. So just getting that set up. And good to go over here also. +1 melee attacks on the way in for iAsonu. That Spore Crawler going to be finishing in the main base shortly too. It's going to be finishing up in a few moments then, as that second Robo facility is going to come up and access the double Mauler production for Super, which will be nice for him, of course, in the near future. He's actually going to go straight into Warp Prism. He's got 4 gates on the way up. Ooh. Oh, he's going up to 7 gates. I mean, he's on 3 bases, so 7 gates isn't kind of crazy. But maybe, just maybe, there's something aggressive coming his way with that Warp Prism on the way up. Might just try and pressure a little bit at the front and see what he can do. Hydras are on the way out. There is muscular augments on the way, so he's not rushing into the Lurker Den. He is just choosing to go straight into Hydralisks, so kind of Ling Hydra aggressively. I guess he's just actually going in towards, once again, the kind of Hydra Bane composition which we saw out of him in the quarterfinals. So looks as though that could be what we're seeing once again here, as we see a bit of a push coming across the map though, and I'm not sure if iAsonu has enough to deal with this. He doesn't have any upgrades just yet. He's got a few Hydras on the way up, but, well, there's not too much to really, there's not really too much to deal with it. However, Super is going to fall back, so he's not going to do too much, just kind of hoping to pressure a few units out of his opponent. And we're going to see these units just coming all the way back and continue to clean up. So, the Lemieux's coming back then, as we see Super. What vision has he actually gained in the main base recently? Not really anything. So he doesn't know about the Hydra Den or the double Evo Chamber. He doesn't know about anything right now, as we do see the Lurker Den coming down. We're actually going to bypass the Bane Nest this time around, apparently, for iAsonu. So he's going to bypass it here on Prime Terraces. maybe just doesn't like the way the map plays out in this sort of, that sort of play style. Just going to go straight into the lurkers here. +1 melee going to finish up shortly. +1 missile attack going to finish up shortly. 7 zealots being added on. Temple Archives is halfway done now as well. As we have that overseer just dropping a change in, trying to get a bit of an idea as to what this army is looking like, looking to see what his opponent's up to. As we will see the 4th base of the gold now being established as well. And generally we will see on this map 4th base is being taken a little bit earlier than usual. Because the natural expansion mines out so quickly, because it's a gold base, it mines out very, very fast. So this gold base mines out fast, and you need somewhere to send them probes much faster than usual. So we just see them 4th base has been taken a little bit earlier than we might sometimes see. As that lurker den still building up here. I believe the longest build time of any building in the game, 86 seconds. It's a long, long time to just get a building up in terms of morphing in. So Hyos just to the upper right. As this Overlord going to be just chilling around looking to see what's up as well. As you're going to see the Phoenix over to the left hand side is going to take some damage too. Looks like the Phoenix is going to go down. So Phoenix falls. And we're going to see the Lings and Hydras here just going to be joining up in the middle, coming towards the center. We're going to see Super just moving forwards and again seeing what he can get up to. As we're going to see the Phoenix just moving up towards the upper side of the map. The Oracle does drop down. The Revelation onto some of these Hydras in the front. The Lurkers are going to be set and ready to go here in a few moments' time. And the thing is, it's just not here just yet. And so these Lurkers, a lot of them go down. 3 of them go down before they can even do any damage. And so Super is attacking on in. And he's attacking on in, but can he really kill off all these Lurkers? I think he can. iAsonu just doesn't seem to have enough. He's trying to remake 15 Hydralisks. That's not going to be enough in time, I don't think. And they're going to be spawning all over the place. And that right there will just be GG. Super takes game 2 and ties up the series 1 game apiece now in this best of 3. And we are going to a 3rd game in our semi-finals of this best of 3. So that's nice. Always nice to go to a 3rd game and to set up into that. It's actually really nice to go into a 3rd game. I do like it when we go into the full 3 games. I can smell something cooking downstairs. Now that's just a tease because I didn't eat very much before I went live today. I just had like a small bowl of cereal, and I didn't even finish that because I was so stressed out trying to get the stream live. It really distracted me, so I wasn't actually able to finish eating properly. So yeah, that sucks a bit. We actually had 600 subscribers on the YouTube channel as well. It's kind of crazy. We've got lots of goals kind of joining up together now. 600 subs on YouTube, 8,000 followers on the Twitch. We're about to hit 1 million views on the Twitch channel as well. We're on our road to 100 subscribers. We just hit our Patreon goal. We've been hitting a lot of goals in the last few the last few days, and we've got a few more goals coming up. So thank you to all you guys who've been supporting us as we So, sorry, reading some drama and a bit of a teaming chat. So yeah, we're going to be jumping into this. Sorry, just keeping up to date on things. What are you guys talking about? Not a lot. Meters are beautiful. Great quote from Z&E Space. Meters are beautiful. I don't know what you guys are actually talking about. It's an active chat today, which is awesome. I love it when the chat is active, guys. You guys know this. It's so nice to see you guys just enjoying your time here, talking, chitter-chattering. If you do enjoy chatting with us in this sort of community, then do make sure to check out our Discord server as well. If you type !Discord into the chat, then it will give you a link to the Discord channel, and you can join it. And I'm around there pretty much all day. I have the notifications pop up on my phone and stuff, so if you ever want to say hi to me, come along, say hi, get involved in the discussions on Discord. It's actually a very active Discord channel nowadays. We generally have throughout the day, we generally have like 30, 40 people online on there. It's pretty crazy, so do get on. If you don't know what Discord is, it's sort of like the new Skype. It's really, really awesome. It's like Skype and TeamSpeak combined. but done very well. So I really like it. So do check that out if you would like to on the Discord channel. As we go into this game number 3, we're going to see a pool first opening from iAsonu here, because he is being blocked at the natural by this probe. It is iAsonu to the bottom right hand side of the map, the red Zerg player. And to the upper left, we're going to have the blue Protoss player. It is going to be Super from the Afrika Freaks. What do I think is the coolest unit? Ah, that's such a hard question. In a way, something like, there's so many cool units, like, you know, like, a Ghost is really awesome. Actually playing the Nova campaigns made me realize how cool Ghosts are. Again, I'm going to have the, first Nova mission going up on my YouTube channel probably tomorrow or maybe Saturday. But I actually realized Ghosts are really badass and cool. I mean, everything's cool. Like, high tempers can literally just drop kind of fields of electricity on your opponents. That's pretty cool. As a Terran player, I think I have to say Ghost, though, right? I think so. Alright, so apparently Wardybot was listening in, because Wardybot actually just threw out the Discord command without anyone asking for it straight away. So, that's kind of entertaining. Wardybot's been on point today, man. He's just been throwing out the commands when we need them. People don't even ask. Wardypoint, what a god. As we have the couple of Zerglings coming over to the left-hand side and just sort of seeing what's up and seeing what is happening. So Overlord coming across, trying to get some scan information. First Adept is coming over as iAsonu takes a third hatchery. First Zerglings and Zergling Speeder on the way up, and Warp Gate starting again. I mean, very standard stuff at the start of this ZVP. Really nothing we've seen before, as we actually see front overcharge being popped to kill off those couple of Lings, making sure you can take that down nice and easily. And as these Adepts, well, single Adept comes in, just trying to get some damage done. As we're going to see this Adept just taking quite a bit of damage. So Adept taking a little bit of damage over here, and just shade away. I mean, killed off like 1 or 2 Zerglings or something, so it was okay. I mean, again, you're not really going to look to do too much else with that Adept apart from, I mean, as long as you keep it alive, it's nice, right? Because if you keep it alive, then it means that when you go for your follow-up Adept attack, you're going to have extra Adepts and extra damage ready to go. As we're going to have the Stargate dropping down once again. So Super just kind of staying true, just staying true to himself, going for the same build every single time. At least the same opening. And obviously likes it enough to just keep on doing it here. As we are tied up 1-1 in the semis, the winner of this confirms at least $35 into their bank account. Or their PayPal, maybe. Depends how they want to be paid. And, yeah. For $35 for second place, $75 for first place. And then also the ability to go into the loser of this does take, does get to play the third place match, where there's also $15 on the line. As we're going to see the Adepts just shading on in, looking to kind of come in towards this mineral line. Cancels on that shade though. As the Adepts just pulling back towards the middle and just pulling back a little bit. It's not going to commit enough Zerglings out here fire soon just to say, you know what, I've made enough units, you don't have to punish me for this. Your Adepts should not commit, because if they do, they're not going to trade very well, they're not going to get a lot done. It's going to be Phoenix straight away from Super, so straight into the Phoenix play, as we are going to see the single Zergling over to the right hand side. I'm just trying to try and come in here to see what we can get done. As we're actually going to see lots of Zerglings coming in. They actually are going to catch these Adepts. Good surround. These Adepts going to start dropping very quickly. Zealots come in to help out as well, though. Phoenix will come in and lift just one single Zergling. I mean, I guess every little bit helps, as we will see the third base delayed a little while longer, but he will keep that probe alive so he can actually pop it down. And yeah, great. So, third battery, third Nexus does start to come down now, as we're going to see the Zerglings just pulling back towards the bottom right, and see the Hydra Den up on the way once again. So, this was a map which iAsonu was very comfortable using the Hydra Bane on against Jim in the quarterfinals. We'll see if it's going to be something he wants to do again now, here in the semi-finals, because we've actually yet to see him use the Hydra Bane against Super. Game number 1, he kind of won with the very aggressive play on Invaded without the Banelings. Game number 2, he's been, he lost kind of, well, just kind of trying to play a standard a little bit, I guess. Game number 3, well, let's see what's going to be. That Hydra Den is up. It is going to be Muscular Augments here straight away. As you see these Phoenixes picking up a few drones, and a little bit of damage done early. Once again, melee upgrades on the way for iAsonu. But will it be that Bane and Nest, or is it going to be something a little bit different right now from our Zerg player as we set up into this? And that, well, M3 Phoenix just coming in, lifting up that Queen, going to be starting to work their way against it as the Zerglings come in, going to start working their way against these rocks. This is very similar to what we saw him doing when he did choose to go for that Hydra Bane setup before, and there is that Bane and Nest coming down, so it looks as though he's going to commit to this. These Phoenix, we'll see these rocks being worked away at. As the Zerglings actually just swapping out, switching rocks, just going to keep on working together through these. As the Phoenix just still looking for an opening, still looking for more damage to be done. 4th base spotted here as well. Now, one of the main things these Phoenix could spot would be that Bane and Nest on the way up over here. So, Bane and Nest on the way up would be nice to spot, and he actually should spot this right now as he comes in with these Phoenix. Sorry, wrong vision. Oh, he's so close to seeing it, but he just doesn't want to dive that little bit further. So, yeah, he doesn't want to dive that a little bit further, so the Bane and Nest not going to be scattered just yet. Hydra's on the way out, Muscular Augments is coming in, plus 1 missile is on the way. There's that centrifugal hooks. Now building up into this aggressive attack from iAsonu. We've seen it work twice today against Jim. Does it work against Super? That's what we've got to ask ourselves. As Hydra's come in, they want to try and turn around these Phoenix, force them to back away, and actually the more Phoenix you kill, the better this is, the less there is for our Protoss players to defend back at home. These Zerglings have almost finished opening up these rocks, and there we go, rocks are now down. So that's left-hand pathway is open on the map, and again, from Super's point of view, I'd really say that this is something which you see them rocks going down, you know your opponent wants to be aggressive, because you don't really open that up to kind of, you know, it only helps the Protoss player be aggressive, it only helps aggression basically onto your 3rd, 4th base, so it does mean that our Zerg player probably is going to be aggressive here, and that's maybe something Super can pick up on as we see some Zealots coming in to counterattack down this side. And here we go, more Lings on the way up, plus 2 melee starts, plus 1 missiles is very close to finishing, as is that centrifugal hooks. The Zealots miss this army coming up the left-hand side, so that's going to be slightly problematic. The Phoenix are currently, I've actually got no idea where the Phoenix have gotten up to. There they are, over here. So these Phoenix over here as well as the Bane starting to morph in. He doesn't see this just yet, lurking down behind this as well. As this attack from iAsonu is getting set up, ready to go. Is it going to be enough to break on through this army of the Protoss player? There's a lot of Zealots here, and I'm just worried that these Zealots are just going to go down so quickly. There's a lot more Banes coming in. A few Zealots down to this bottom side. Going to be dealt with by the Zerglings. The Hudson Phoenix over here going to go down as well. As here we go. iAsonu, time for him to attack in. Again, if he can clean out these Zealots fast enough, this could be very, very effective for him. I still don't really believe... okay, now he sees this army as we see the Hydra's picking off one of these Oracles very easily. Has to wait a little bit longer for them for overcharges to dissipate. You see a lot more Banes wolfing in the meantime. Changing will come forward a little bit, see what's up. There's going to be 2 more Fortin overcharges available here. He's going to try and come forward, see what he can do if Bane or 2 taking a bit of damage. Some Zerglings coming up the other side of this map as well. And looking to try and distract Super a little bit here. As he gets ready to kind of come in and go for this attack. And here he goes, so move forward once more again. Fortin overcharge is popped, double Fortin overcharge. Buys him some time as this gateway does take a lot of damage but does not die. As these reinforcements need to be careful as we actually see, whoa, iAsonu moves into Fortin overcharge range. See a few Banes connect on just a couple of Zealots there. Fortin overcharges are gone now. This has got to be the time he attacks, but then there's going to be force fields coming in, trying to block these Banes away basically, as they are going to start connecting to a big clump of Immortals here with no shields on them, as the Zealots are going down very quickly. iAsonu is immediately taking a big surge in supply. But he is going to be pushed away, unfortunately, as his reinforcements on the way up, but they're not here to protect him and help out just now. As we're going to see these Hydras just coming down towards the bottom left, so everything joining up over here, more Hydras joining up, more Banelings are continuing to morph on in, getting ready to roll in towards the Protoss player in the near future. As we've got a single Zergling picking away a probe over to the right hand side, Zergling trying to make its way through the Zealot as well now, does get taken down though. As these Hydras continue to come up to the right, the Zerglings continue to come up to the right hand side as well. Everything getting ready to go onto this 4th Nexus here in the very near future. So getting ready to go onto this. Going to set up. And a few Lurkers going to start morphing in. Pneumatized Carapace on the way up, plus 2 missiles and plus 1 Carapace coming in from iAsonu. As he's going to send a few Hydras to the left hand side too, but they're not quite in sync with these Hydras to the right. So these Hydras immediately going to have to be backing away because these Zealots are already charging in towards them. Some Lurkers here as well need a burrow right now if they want to really fight this. But there's so many Immortals with this, I feel as though you can just push through this very easily. Them Lurkers barely do anything. As this counter-attack of Hydras to the left-hand side though could get a lot done. What iAsonu really needs is to just sort of, well, either distract his opponent massively to kind of pull him back, He needs some way to deal with this army coming towards his bases, and he has no way of doing that just yet. These Hydras are coming forwards. I mean, pylons are going down, some Zealots are here. Motion Port doesn't have really much energy on it, but man, these Zealots actually cleaned up these Hydras so quickly. These Hydras, despite only 4 Zealots, and mean a big hit to the numbers, as we do see Super gonna push in towards the natural expansion. Here we go. Lots of units up on that ramp. There isn't a force field available apparently. As these Hydras coming in, the Lynx coming in as well. No Baneless this time around. As we do see drones trying to be pulled against us as well. Hold position to try and mess with the AI of his opponent's units as these Immortals. And they just do not die. They are quite immortal, you could say. You see, iAsonu going to have to pull drones into this, but man, these Immortals are just way too powerful. So many kills on all of them, and that means Super is going to make it into the finals here of Douyu Star Masters.